Now imagine if you are just driving down the road and you get into a car accident. Oh boy, and now you're unconscious. You can't make any decision for yourself, right? You get to the hospital. Who's going to do all that for you? You in a coma. Who's going to tell the doctor what kind of treatment that you need or want? Or, if you're going to have to be in a hospital or hospitalized for, weeks or months, who are going to pay that bill for you, who's going to run your business for you. Now, without any proper document, you know what's going to happen? Your loved one, your spouse, your children must go to court. They have to go to court to get a court order, court appointed either guardianship, conservatorship for you. That way, the court will appoint someone to take care of your affair for you. But do you really want that? Because when they have that set up, a guardianship, it doesn't mean that that person can do everything legally. They can do certain thing, but if they want to change something, they always have to go back to court again. So it's going to be this back and forth, court, hospital, business. So that's also mean too. Every time that you go to court, more expenses. So your money is actually down the drain that way. So in a situation like this, where when you're still alive, but something happened that you can no longer handle your own affairs, power of attorneys may be the answer for you. Okay, so you also have to plan for that. Now let's talk about it. What is a power of attorney? Power of attorney is a document that you may have, and you can name your agent, somebody, or your representative, you call agent, representative, to be the person in charge when you cannot do anything on your own. Okay, we normally have power of attorney, two types of power of attorney. One is for health care, and the other one is for financial management. Let's talk about power of attorney for financial management first. Power of attorney for financial management allow you to appoint someone who you can trust to make decision on your finances, asset, affair, running business, changing beneficiary, take out money, write those check for you, like pay expenses. They have control of everything when you are not available too. And this is a legal document that can give wide power to a person to take care of your own financial affair. So you must be very careful who you are going to appoint as power of attorney. You gotta trust that person. They have, a lot of power to do this thing. But you can name more than one person. Just in case the first person, let's say you have your son as a power of attorney, but he's out of town. He can't do it when you need him, or he's unable for some other reason. You can have the successor, you have the second one, you have an alternate. You can name one, two, or three. And for power of attorney, you can also have whether it can become effective right away. The moment that you sign, you can give this power to that person to handle the affair for you right away. Or you can have it set up in such a way we call springing power of attorney, meaning that it's only become effective when you are incapacitated. So if you set it up that way, make sure that you remember to tell your agent that if something like that happened, the agent must get the document from your doctor, your physician, to tell them to say the document must say that, oh, right now you are no longer aware, or you're no longer able to take care of your own finances. Doctor signed a letter and then attached to the power of attorney document, then it will become effective and they can take it to the bank and do anything for you. Now, the next item is power of attorney for healthcare. Sometimes we call that advanced healthcare directive. There's several ways to do this. Some other state may have different rules, so you may hear people call it a living will, or healthcare directive, healthcare proxy. They're pretty much the same thing. They allow you to appoint an agent or representative who can make medical decision for you. In this case, this person also have very wide power. They can take care of, tell the doctor what kind of treatment that you may need or want. Your religious belief, sometimes you may not want certain type of treatment. This person will know and tell the doctor accordingly. Okay, now without this, if you're in a coma, and you hear a lot of time when people would gotta have to be on the feeding machines or helping you continue, prolonging your life, even though you have no chance of coming back. But without this document, the hospital or doctor have no choice. They would have to keep you on like that. So if you don't want to be in that position or situation, you want to create a power of attorney. And also the most important thing though, with the power of attorney, no matter what it's finances or healthcare, you need to communicate. You must communicate with your agent, your loved one, tell them what you want or what you need before anything happens. Because even if you set up the paperwork, but you never tell them what you really want, they may still not know accordingly to the document. They still may not know exactly what you want get done for you. Okay, so besides setting up the document, you want to tell them also your wishes. Under the power of attorney, make sure that you talk to the attorney who set it up for you, whether you want it to become effective immediately at that moment, or you want it to become effective at some time later on. For example, like I said before, similar to power attorney for financial, you can also have it become a springing power of attorney where you must be incapacitated first, get the document from your doctor, certify that, then the power will become effective. So that means as long as you still can communicate with the doctor, nobody else will make that decision for you. They have to listen to you only. Until the minute that you're no longer able to communicate with your doctor, then the power of attorney or the agent come into play. Okay, that's the springing power of attorney. If you have the one that become immediately effective, this might helpful though for some of you that maybe have situation where it's difficult for you to communicate. Okay, maybe different language barrier. For example, if you don't speak English or it's different language dialect or whatever, you can have power of attorney that become effective immediately, so that somebody else that can communicate for you, maybe your children that fluently in the language, can communicate that for you. That also can be done. So with all this, you need to set it up though up front. Make sure you understand what you want, talk it through your attorney, and get the family member involved. These are important documents to have as far as you still alive, but because this document dies with you. So in the next segment, I will talk about two more documents that you must have for estate planning purposes. We'll be right back here on Smart Money with Emmy Hernandez.